Hey, what's up out there, YouTube? Double D here with Tournage Dubois. Welcome back. Today I have got a new camera, so we're going to be doing that. The whole different camera thing. Been kind of irritated with some of the jerky action in the camera setup with the webcam. So got a new camera and we're going to be using that going forward, except when I'm doing lives. And in that case, we'll be using the others, but they seem to work. I haven't had that jerky issue with lives, just in the recording. So we're giving this a try. Hopefully you'll see a big quality jump here. Today's project is not going to be anything super intensive, but it's something I've really been wanting to work on for a while. I got this Majestic pin kit, which I have been in love with since the day I first ever saw the thing. Pretty awesome pin kit in my opinion. I love rollerball pins. That one is the rhodium and black titanium plated, so really looking forward to that. But I have this really awesome blank I got from my buddy Aaron over off Facebook. He does a lot of selling of blanks and things on Facebook Marketplace. But I have these amazing resin and Fordite pin blanks. Hopefully you can really see some of the coloring in that. I'm really looking forward to trying this out with this pin. This pin blank is a little over 1 inch square. The pin blank or the pin kit requests at least 7/8, so there should be plenty of room for it. Kind of excited to try some Fordite. Haven't gotten to do that yet, so let's get the project going. So this pin kit uses two different drill bit sizes, 37/64 inch and 15/32, for one for the cap, one for the body. So we'll be doing that. In the kit, you have all your pieces you need for the cap, for the post, for the top of the cap. So this is where they connect the body and the cap. This is the post. This is going to be the cap with the clip. And then the two tubes and the rollerball ink cartridge. So one thing I do like about these kits is the tubes come already roughed up, so you don't have to do any sanding on those. And so then it's just a matter of picking which end I want for the body and which end I want for the cap. I'm going to leave a little bit of extra room on these, just because I'm not sure how well they're going to cut, being Fordite with the tables, with the bandsaw, and then drilling out. I don't want it to blow out or anything like that, so I'm just going to leave a little extra room at each end. And go from there. Well, now, that was a little messy, but fun. Let's see what we do about getting the inside of these painted. One thing I do like to do is make sure that the tubes are going to fit okay. This is a little tiny bit loose just because of the heat that generated, but that's fine. I'll use a thick CA glue when I go to glue that in. Plus, the nice thing is the paint. You can see a little bit of gap there. The nice thing is the paint will take up some of that space too. So just making sure that the tubes go in and out pretty easily is important, for me anyway, just to make sure that, well, we don't run into issues down the road. I like to use this blue airbrush paint. I find it coats really well, and a Q-tip. and it's a pretty good coating of blue in there. So we will let that sit. I'm going to let it sit overnight, so we'll be back to glue the tubes in first thing in the morning, and then later on tomorrow we'll get to turning these and go from there. I'm really excited about this kit. This is, like I said, this is a kit that I have been in love with, so to speak, since the first time I ever saw it. Thought it's just an absolutely beautiful pin kit, so we shall see how it turns out. And we'll do it together. That's the nice thing. Like I said, that blue paint, this blue paint just coats really, really well. So we'll leave that to harden up overnight, and we'll see you in the morning. All right, we are back the next morning. Tubes are all painted, or the tubes aren't, but the blanks are painted. I'm going to make sure that the tubes still fit okay, so that the paint didn't bubble up or anything like that. So no issues there. We're going to use our Starbond thick because this one's a little bit loose, just to make sure that they bond real well. And we'll go from there. There is a link down in the description for 15% off with the coupon code of DD15. So if you need some CA glue, hop over to Starbond's. Use that link below and that coupon code. And get yourself some Starbond CA glue. Hey guys, real quick, I went ahead and squared off the ends of the tubes real quick. Got it on the lathe here with the bushings. That's a pretty good size blanket, pretty good size bushings. I'm going to be turning this with my respirator on because it is automotive dust, automotive paint dust more specifically, and resin dust. I don't want any of that crap in my lungs. So I do have both my air filtration units up here going at high speed, so that's about 900 cubic feet per minute between the two of those. I will be running my dust collector as well. So I won't be talking until we get to the end of the process, but we're going to get to turning these.
One eternity later.
All right, we have that sanded up to 400 grit. I did hit it with denatured alcohol just before the 400 just to clean the dust out of any grooves. might be in there to allow a little cleaner sanding. And now I'm going to hit it with the abrasive paste, and then if we need to, I will do some micro mesh. So let's see how we do with our Brad's sanding paste from Brad's Workbench, link down below. Just a reminder, up through the 19th of this month, any purchases made on the Etsy store for Brad's abrasive paste and tongue wax kit, all the sales go to help Kim Tippin over at Kim Tippin Wood Turning. Put a link to her channel right up here in the corner. So check her out if you haven't already, or if you don't for some strange reason. But she's gotten it. There's a little bit of some difficulties going on for their family with some things that are happening as they're building a house and moving and transitioning. So just if you need to get some finish and want to try Brad's out, you will be helping a good cause. So what I'm going to do, there's some super fine scratches. So the Novus makes a 3-2-1 for resin. The 3 is the heavy scratch, 2 is the fine scratch. So I'm going to hit it with the 2 because they're just really tiny. And then we'll hit it with the polish and go from there and get to pin assembly. So as you know, I like to line everything up, so that is how it goes. So this is the middle portion of the pin. So the cap of the pin is going to go on this end. You see, that's how they line up. The cap is going to go on here, and then the post will be on the other end. So we'll get the post put on first so that we don't forget which end goes where. And once again, since we know they line up like this, we're going to put the cap portion on here and just decide where we want it to go. And I think I want it to go right down the middle of the paint. Make sure that goes together that way, and that's how it goes. My buddy Hugh over at Wouldn't It Be Nice and I'll put a link to his channel right up here. I was talking with him and showing him this, what I wanted to do with it, and his response was, well, everything's bigger in America. Well, I don't know that I would agree with that, Hugh, except that this pin is absolutely massive. So I will agree with you on that portion. Hey everybody, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that short but sweet, but that was a pin kit that I fell in love with when I saw it and had to make one, so I was just waiting on the perfect blank. So big thank you over to Aaron over at Wade's Custom Woodworking to get me some awesome blanks. I have a few more of those we'll go into, but I'm going to put a link to his page down below in the description, so check him out if you need anything really cool. Funny story is I was finishing up this pin, and Doug Miller over at Woodspun Round, I'll put a link to his channel right up here. He announced the challenge for the month of October for the YouTube Cross-Channel Challenge of 2021 of Automotive. Well, Fordite is an automotive product. So here we have a pin with resin and Fordite, which, like I said, is automotive paint. Hopefully that looks pretty good. It's not a perfect lineup. I'm not too worried about it because this pin is just for me. Never did the pin kit before. Rhodium plated black titanium Swarovski crystal right there in the clip. Screw top pin, rollerball. Personally, I love it. I absolutely love this. Turned great. Used my negative rake scrapers. So nice light cuts. Super happy with how it turned out. Just as always, personal protection is important. I wore my respirator the entire time while turning it, as well as had all my dust collection going as well to try and minimize any of that junk up in the air. I do have a few more of those blanks from Aaron. I've got 3. I've got one more blue, one green, and one purple. Purple's a little bit smaller, so I probably will do that in just a regular pin, but the other 2 are nice size, so I'll probably do the same kit with those, but I'm really liking how they turned out. So I'm excited about that. The other thing to keep in mind as we're moving forward, Brad over Brad's Workbench is working on a new product coming out. It's called Tung Honey, which instead of like the Tung Wax where you put it on and it sits for 15 minutes and then you buff it off, this one goes on and sits anywhere from 4 up to 24 hours, however long you really want it to soak in. So this is a twice turned walnut bowl I just finished with that Tung Honey. I've been testing it out. A few other people have been as well. Really, really happy with how this looks. Got it turned with my logo in the bottom. This was in my kiln for about 6 weeks, much longer than probably needed to, but with everything going on, it kept me busy. So at any rate, be watching his store as he starts coming out with that product. He's got a batch going out. He's going to start be making more of that. So check out his store. And once again, if you need a tongue wax kit, hop over to his store and get that, because all the proceeds from that are headed over to Kim Tippin over at Tippin Wood Turning. So check him out, support some local makers, and catch you all next week.